Hello, future me. I'm starting this immediately after this last video that I made because we've been thinking about making a plan for a while and we haven't really had any follow through on that. And bro, it's just time. Past us, past me, really keeps screwing you and I over because he didn't do his due diligence and make a plan. Now, past me has tried making a plan before for the week, and it failed miserably. Making plans are great. The execution is the problem. So that's what we're working on this week. So keep me in the loop, future me. Let me know how things go, and hopefully you're able to take away something from this experiment and improve for the future. What are the expectations of this experiment? Okay, so what is the experiment in the first place? The experiment is set some tasks that you need to get done each day of the week. Select them for specific days. Think of things that you want to get done for yourself personally. Set them to whatever day. And, document, be honest, document which tasks you were able to complete and which ones you weren't. And let's try and document why we didn't actually complete those tasks. Because I think knowing why we didn't complete the tasks will help future me not make those same mistakes again. Or at least learn how to circumvent them. Because I don't want the same thing. I just don't want to keep living in this stupid cycle over and over and over again of like, well, I have free time, I don't know what to do with it. Or I have downtime and I don't know what to do with it. There are a million tasks that I know that could be done, but I don't really have any framework. Something that I learned last week was just having a task, especially if it's a big task like planning of an event, isn't very helpful. It's like the freedom paradox, right? Having too much freedom, having too many choices ends up putting you in a state of paralysis because you just have too much freedom. There aren't any sort of guidelines. So I think what we need to do as future self-employers, right, is figure out how to give ourselves some boundaries and guidelines to stay in so that we can basically minimize the amount of thinking that we need to do. And if we can circumvent the thinking process altogether, or at least do it beforehand so that we don't have to do as much in the future, that would be cool, right? Okay, future me, I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you, future me. What I am really asking from you is to execute, because that is the thing that we have struggled with the most, is the execution. What's up, future me? Just getting back from a relatively successful day, another 12-hour shift done, and I got most of what I had assigned myself done. So last night, past me had written out a plan for the week. That's the whole point. That's this experiment. We had written out a plan for the week, and I wrote out all the tasks that I knew I needed to get done for this week, all the things that I wanted to get done this week, and assigned them to certain days. And today I was able to get done. Let's see here. Hello again, future me. It is I, past me version 2. One day older, one day wiser, one day more experienced. So this is day 2 of doing this planning out my week thing, and a thought just occurred to me, which is one of my biggest mistakes in lifting was not tracking my workouts or not planning my workouts ahead. So why wouldn't I apply that same principle to this? All I'm essentially doing is planning my work and then tracking how much of it I get done. And then I can progressively overload from there. I can add tasks to the list of tasks as time goes on. And it's not like those tasks are gonna go anywhere. I will always have the opportunity to complete them at another time. So I guess that's a good thing and a bad thing, because one, it's a good thing because I'll always be able to do those tasks. And it's a bad thing because those tasks will always be there. They will never go away until I do them. Anyway, I think today went relatively well. I'm still doing the tasks, because just because I get home does not mean the day is over. In fact, one could say the day has just begun. It definitely did not, but you know. As of right now, 4 tasks out of 10 that I have not gotten to. All in all, that is exactly 80%. 80% complete. I got done 80% of the things that I set out to do, and I did more. So I should actually note to you, future self, it would probably be a good idea to start tracking the extra things that you do on top of the things that you plan to do, so that you have a record of all the things that you're actually getting done. You actually get to revel in the things that we've done, because not only have we done most of what we set out to do, but we've done more. So there's a learning lesson for you, future me. We only get better with this process, and it's only been 2 days that we started doing this, and we're already branching with a million different ideas. So yeah, actually just having a frickin' list, keeping track of all the tasks that we need to do and slowly accomplishing them over time is much better than just having all that stuff in the ether, because then it's just floating out in the ether. That's called chaos. That's what Jordan Peterson talks about all the time. All that stuff is just floating around in the universe, and all it's doing is sitting there and making you more anxious. So I'm trying to do you a favor, future me. So you have to do yourself and us a favor by carrying it forward. So I hope you do that. I have faith in you. You got this, future me. Just keep rolling with the punches, man. Just keep going. Do not let your fatigue, which I know you're feeling, because I'm feeling it today, don't let your lack of motivation stop you from carrying forth with things that you know you need to do. So that's it. That's all I got. Until next time, which will be tomorrow. Hello, future me. It is me from Saturday, June 10th, and I just finished I just finished a workout here at ye old Bill Burnett Success Studio North. This is our job, man. This is our place of work, but it's also our home, and couldn't be more blessed to be here. Just finished up a workout with Isaiah, my good friend, coworker, manager, all in all, good human to be with, you know? On behalf of past me, I have some explaining to do. Now, past me, we need to talk, because this week was kind of rough. Now, I don't want to berate you or badger you, because you've had enough of that, especially from yourself. You've had a lot of that. I'm here to give you some grace, right? You've made some mistakes in your past me, that have caught up with you, and it bit you in the ass. And that sucks. You're feeling a lot of anger and frustration and a tremendous amount of guilt. You're not really wrong for feeling those things. I would like to commend you for getting up and doing your shit despite feeling those things. Because all in all, Wednesday, Thursday, despite the psychological, mental, emotional, spiritual shit going on, you still managed to pull it together and get a lot of stuff done. So I'll give you props for that one. You fought the temptation to go back to old habits, i.e. going to your room and laying in bed and doing nothing and just watching YouTube and eating shit food. So good job for not doing that. Good job for, all in all, getting pretty much 80% of everything you wrote on your list done. Now that we have broached the subject of the list, I think it's time to dig a little deeper and figure out why we didn't do everything we wrote on the list. Okay, so what were some of those big failures? Well, I would say, first of all, making business purchases. Why was making business purchases a failure? Number one reason, I didn't have access to the card to purchase said business items. Now, one could say that there is a pretty simple solution to that problem, which is ask for the card, right? Future me, it is up to you to rectify the mistakes of not only present me, but past me, and be a little more proactive, ask for the damn card. You can't make the purchase, you can't do the thing without overcoming an obstacle. For whatever reason, your obstacle is just pulling the trigger, I guess? Execution? We can ruminate on this more as time goes on. I will allow you to digest that, future me. Because that's what I do. I give you more work to do, when in reality, it should be you who's giving me more work. The second most common mistake or thing I didn't accomplish that I put on my list of things to do was NASM. What is NASM? It is the National Association for Sports Medicine. The original task was to do NASM for an hour. I did that one day and never did it again. So I think doing 1 hour every single day was probably too daunting of a task. So I think I may need to break it down even further, because it just seems a little daunting. I think another reason is I don't have enough conviction in my reasons for why I'm doing NASM. I think I need to work on my vision a little bit more and really figure out whether or not getting this next certificate is 100% necessary. Because if it's not, then why would I waste time in getting it? And why wouldn't I just jump towards the next goal that I actually want to achieve? Which, future me, I think is the real question, is what's preventing us from taking that next leap forward? What is preventing me, past me, from having the conviction, discernment, confidence to just take the next step? It could just be a lack of vision or a lack of clarity. It could be a lack of a plan. Who knows? It could be a lot of stuff, but I think that's something that we're going to need to work on in the future. So either way, future me, I think we have a pretty solid plan set for tomorrow. Perhaps I can make this a little bit more specified. I know I want to be working more on this future me, past me thing, this experiment. But I also want to be posting at least 2 times a week. So I don't really know how this is going to break down. I have a lot of thoughts, future me, of how I want to do this moving forward. I'm excited to see what you come up with. Let the Sunday preparatory procedures commence. Dear past me, cooking food and not eating it and leaving it in the fridge is annoying because it collects and then I have to throw it all away and clean the fridge. Hello, past me. It is now Sunday, June 11th, 2023. And we have finished our first week of making a plan for the following week. And I would say that despite the unexpected challenges and hurdles that I didn't anticipate, it was quite successful. You know, I was able to manage completing anywhere between 60 to 80% of the tasks that I set for myself for pretty much every day. And what I've learned is that I think I need to probably make the tasks more specific and break them down even further, like step by step. So I would say all in all, the experiment was successful and that I'm just going to continue doing this in the future. I'm feeling pretty nauseous and tired, so I don't really know what else to say other than good work past me. Let's do it again. Alright, thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.